I'm Peter Reith. I'm a former minister in the Howard government. I had a long time in Australian politics, and I still think it's very important, and I dabble at the fringes. Whatever you might think of the Howard government, no one can dispute the reality that we did stop the boats.
11 years ago, Peter Reith was a chief architect of the Howard government's Pacific solution. The policy saw asylum seekers processed on Nauru.
The idea for the Pacific solution, in my view, was very, very simple, which is if you try to get to Australia, you won't make it. You'll end up in Nauru. And I still think that's not a bad message. The Labor Party turned that policy around to a situation now where basically there's the green light going. There were 50 million refugees around the world looking for a place to come to. And the question for us is, how many are we going to let in?
As Defence Minister, Peter Reith was also at the centre of the Children Overboard affair. He claimed asylum seekers threw their children overboard to gain entry into Australia.
Mr. Reith, there's nothing in this photo that indicates these people either jumped or were thrown.
Well, the fact of the matter is this did happen.
Those claims would later prove false.
For people who think it was a conspiracy, well, it wasn't. The worst you could say about it was a stuff-up.
Now a political commentator, Reith still believes a strong policy on boat arrivals is vital.
Of all the policy stuff-ups I've seen, this one, it really is a shocker. We've got thousands of people in detention centres, we've got people dying on boats. It's just been a disaster from start to finish. And the trouble too is that sort of putting it all back together again is not easy either. So, Tony says Tony Abbott says we're going to turn the boats back. Everybody says, oh no, you can't do that. Or all the ones who don't like Tony say that. So, every step on this thing that is taken has been made vastly more difficult than it ever should have been. I mean, it really, of all the policy stuff-ups I've seen, in my political career, this one, is at the top of the pile. It really is a shocker.